You ever feel like life is just one big email thread you never asked to be a part of? Meetings, deadlines, your phone constantly buzzing. Yeah, me too. That's why today we're trading all of that for this. Join me for this week's adventure. I'm calling 2 Bars, 1 Traveler. Coast to Coast Off-Road Adventures is sponsored by Newground Off-Road, makers of awnings, rooftop tents, and camper shells. They're also a licensed Ice Cove freezer dealer, so go check them out and use my code C2C5 for 5% off New Ground Off-Road branded material, or use the QR code on the screen. And thanks New Ground Off-Road for sponsoring the channel. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This week I am headed out to do some off-roading and possibly backpacking. I've got my backpack loaded in case I decide to do some backpacking. I'm headed to the Apache Trail and not really sure where I'm going. There's 2 or 3 off-road trails that I've got my eye on that I'm gonna do, and maybe camp if I find a nice campsite, or there is a couple of trails that head off into the eastern part of the Superstition Mountains. So if I decide to go backpacking, there are a couple of trails that I can do that are in this area. So yeah, kind of got a game plan, but I'm kind of winging it too. So stick around, see what happens. So you're probably wondering why the name of this video is 2 Bars, 1 Traveler. That's because I decided to go off-roading on the trail called 2 Bars Ridge. Shortly after turning off that road, things got pretty steep. I went ahead and dropped it into 4 low because this is a really steep climb right here. Very steep, and there's a sheer drop off to my left and to my right. I'm literally on the ridge and I can't see the road in front of me. So I'm using my cameras. Using my front camera to drive. Yeah, this road is I would rate this more than a 3 or 4. All right. Steep climbs. All right, we're about to flatten out here. Oh, we have another gate. There's a gate. Let's go. Open it and close it. All right. All right, the gate's closed. Let's continue up this trail, shall we?
The trail would continue to climb along a steep shelf road with saddles barely wide enough for my Jeep to pass. 2 Bars Road would soon turn to the left, but I would continue straight for a side trail that would take me to an overlook where I planned to camp. There was a fire here in 2020, and what looks to have been an old cattle farm is now a desolate memory of an age past. This is why I venture to places unknown. Here, the only deadlines are those set by the sun, moon, and stars. The meetings are between wind and mountaintops, rivers and stone. In today's world, we're surrounded by the constant hum of machines, conversations, notifications, and a to-do list that seems impossible to finish. Here, the only notifications are perhaps the buzzing of a vulture overhead or the whisper of Mother Earth as she breathes. Nature has a way of teaching us something that we as a civilization have forgotten: how to just be. This is my reset button. This is where I unwind and recharge. Without nature, I would go crazy.
All right, so now that I have my tent set up, let me show you what it is. This is the Big Agnes Fly Creek ultralight. It weighs 2.4 pounds. And actually, that's what it says online. But when I got it at the house, I actually took it out of its original bag that it came in, and I put it in a Sea to Summit ultralight stuff sack, a dry sack, and it actually weighs 2.2 pounds. So that bag that it came in actually weighed 2 ounces more than the Sea to Summit ultralight bag. So this is my first night in it. I'm gonna spend the night in it and let you know how it goes, let you know what I think. Dinner is ready. The only thing at the Walmart was beef stroganoff, and just my luck, I had beef stroganoff for dinner last night, so get to have it again. So, funny story, I was filming myself cooking this during the whole process, right? Like putting my stove together, lighting it, putting the water in the pot, boiling it, the whole nine. My camera was on slow motion from
the last video that I did of the fire in slow motion. So you guys have some nice slow motion footage of me cooking my dinner. Oh well. This is pretty good. I'm getting smoke in my face, so I'll see y'all later. Morning. Let's get some coffee. Cafe Bustelo. Coffee time. So the new sleep system, which is in another video, I'll probably coming out before this video, so I'll link it. But I have all new the main three. So my shelter, my sleeping bag, and my sleeping mat are all brand new. I'll link that video for you to go check these things out in more detail for you. But yeah, it's my new setup. All right, let's have some coffee, put you away, do some research on all the specs on this new setup, and let's go make another YouTube video. All right.
All right, let's go off-roading. Let's go down this sketchy road that we just drove up yesterday. Had to ditch the fleece. It is getting warm. So, perfect weather though. All right, let's go. She cranked.
Adventure isn't something I do. It's something I need. It resets me, refuels me, and brings a blurry world back into focus. As I head home, I carry this clarity with me. The quiet moments, the wide open spaces, the reminder that life isn't meant to be rushed through. Out here, I remember what really matters. And even though I must return to the grind, part of this, stay with me. Don't worry though. I'm already planning the next adventure.
That's gonna do it for this week's video. Thanks for coming along. If you like this content, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next week.
Look, tell a man no trouble. I don't want beef, man. I just want vibes. Big man like me, no need for the telephone hype. I got too much getting online. One rule, then I'm on site. Wrong move, I bet they gon' ride. No need for the telephone hype, nah. No need for the snoozing.